I wanted to go over some examples of the multiplication law of exponents, just so that you have a little bit more practice. I'm going to be using my PEMDAS sheet to help me. This should be on the top of your papers when you're doing these. The first thing I'm going to do is look for anything that needs a placeholder. Basically anything that needs an exponent. I don't have an exponent here, here. Even your big numbers, if they don't have exponents, put a little exponent 1 there. Sometimes you use your exponents, sometimes you don't. It doesn't hurt to have a 1 exponent. It's kind of like saying 1x, it's not wrong. Second thing, can I clean up anything inside my parentheses? And I'm looking, the 2, the x, and the y cannot be put together. So I'm on E. Do I see an exponent touching the outside of my parentheses? If so, we're going to multiply. And remember, it's only exponent times exponent. Do not do exponent times big number. This changes to 9, this changes to 3. The x to the first, y to the fourth at the end does not get the exponent because it's not inside the parentheses. The next thing, I don't have any negatives or zeros. We're not on that yet, but I do have some things I can combine under the M category. So I'm going to see that I have 9 x's here and 1 x here. That's 10 x's together. I have 3 y's and 4 y's. That's 7 y's together. And this 2 doesn't have any friends, but I definitely can do 2 to the third power. 2 to the third power means 2 times 2 times 2, which is not 6. It's going to give you 8. Remember to check to see if these are in the right format. In standard form, your coefficient or big number should be out front, and the rest should be in alphabetical order. Second example. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is placeholders. Does everything have an exponent? And no, everything does not have an exponent. So I'm gonna go through. This one's good, good, good. This one's not good. I know that some of you guys are jumping to that E, but now I'm looking inside the parentheses. Is there anything I can combine? And yeah, I see some friends here. Look at this x, and this x. They're the same type of variable. So that means I could put them together because they're inside my parentheses. I have 3 and 1. That makes 4. And I should be doing that before I do the E because order of operations says do them in the right order. So now I'm on E. Do I see an exponent touching the outside of my parentheses? This is the only time you're allowed to multiply exponent times exponent only to the terms inside of the parentheses. If it's not inside of the parentheses, it does not change. And the next thing I'm going to do is M, smush. I don't have any negatives or zeros. We're not on that, so I'm going to combine. I have 1x here and 20 here. Put them together. That gives you 21 x's. I have 1y here and, 5 y's here and 10 y's here. That gives me 15 y's altogether. All right, next one. Let's use different variables. A to the third, b to the fourth squared, and 2a to the fifth, b to the sixth. First thing I'm going to do is give everything a placeholder exponent. That needs 1, we're good, we're good. Oh, that needs 1, we're good, we're good. Second thing, I'm going to see if I can clean up anything on the inside of this parentheses. No, they can't smush. And the inside of this, they can't smush. You can't do different parentheses when you're in the P step. Next thing, do I have an exponent touching the outside of my parentheses? Yes, I do. So I need to do that first. This becomes 4 squared, A 6, B 8. 4 squared is not 8. Be careful with that. The second parentheses doesn't have an exponent on the outside, so just bring it down. Now I'm on smushing. Can we put anything together? Yes, we see some friends. Let's do the A's. A's are easy. A to the 6th, A to the 5th, that's A to the 11th. Then I have B8 and B6, that's B to the 14. And I just want to do a little bit of a recall box with my big numbers. The big numbers should be our easiest thing because we've been doing it forever. But that's the one thing I notice every year that people keep making mistakes on. So basically I have a 4 squared and a times 2. You can put a 1 there if you want. If I'm cleaning this up, I'm following PEMDAS. Do I have parentheses? No. Do I have exponents? Yes. So I need to do the exponents next. 4 to the second power, 16. 2 to the first power is 2. Then I'm looking for multiplication division. Do I have multiplication division? Yeah, I need to multiply these together. This gives me a 32, and there's no adding and subtracting here. So this cleans up to be a 32. We're gonna be doing a lot of those recall boxes this year to help us make sure we don't make a goofy mistake. All right, so let's do another one that's that type of a level. Give myself some room. I'm gonna say 3. Let's do M squared and this is all right. So I'm on placeholders. Let's do some placeholders here. There we go. There we go. We might not use them. Not a big deal. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Ooh, that's gonna make my phone drop. There we go. All right, so do I have anything inside my parentheses I could do? No, no. So now I'm on E. Do I have an exponent touching the outside of my parentheses? And I do, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. This changes all of this to 5 to the 4th, which is not 20. M to the 6th, N to the 6th. Do not distribute to this first parentheses because the exponent is not touching that parentheses. Now I'm on any negatives or zeros. We're not there yet. There are no negatives, there are no zeros. Don't worry about that. We're on smushing. Let's put together our friends. So I have M to the 4, M to the 6, 4 and 6 gives me 10. I have 1 N and 6 N's. There are 7 N's altogether. Now I'm gonna do a recall box because this is gonna get a little crazy here. I have 3 to the first, and remember this is all times. If you don't see operations, that means times. Times 5 to the 4th, and I'm following PEMDAS. Do I have any parentheses? No. Do I have any exponents? Yeah. So let's do 3 to the first is 3. And 5 to the 4th, you may need a calculator for this. 5 to the 4th, where is my caret button? Arrange, there we go. 625. Do I have any multiplication or division? Yes, I need to put these two together. So 3 times 625 is going to be 1,875 or 1,875. Just make sure it's in the right order. Numbers out front, that's called the coefficient. I have my M alphabetical order before my N. And there's only one M. I don't have a couple of M's. I don't have a couple of N's. We are done.